Welcome to the Lead Pedal Podcast with your host, Bruce Outridge, where he talks all things trucking. Now let's get rolling.
Hey everybody, how we doing today? Welcome to another edition of the Lead Pedal Podcast. I'm your host, Bruce Outridge, and it's 1038. That's right, that's what episode we were at. And today's the Lead Pedal Q&A, which means we're going to answer a listener's question. And the question today is, how do I obtain a truck driver's license? That's right, a European driver wants to know how to get a license in North America, and we're going to share that with them right after this. So stay tuned and let's get on with it, shall we? Hey everybody, you've heard of Rosedale Transport. Well, you know, they've got tons of opportunities for you no matter what you want to do. You know what? It doesn't matter what terminal, because they have terminals all across North America, and they are looking for owner-operators, truck drivers, and other team members that might be of interest. The best way to find out all the information about Rosedale, the history of a 50-year company that's stable and rock solid in the industry, is to go to rosedalegroup.com. That's right, just go to rosedalegroup.com, and you can see all the opportunities. Look under the careers tab. You'll see what's available. You'll see they've got 800 employees, 2,500 happy clients, 15 offices, and 50 years of trust. And when you get there and you talk to them and you say, hey, you know what, I want to be part of your team, make sure you tell them that you heard about it from the Lead Pedal Podcast. All right, rosedalegroup.com. Tell them we sent you. Bye. All right, so we got to answer a question, and this comes from Diamond17. Asked this question, and we're going to answer it. And it says, this is a question. He's a European driver, and he says, how easy or difficult is it to obtain a semi-truck license? Can you even drive a semi with someone alongside you if you don't have a license for it? Does obtaining a license require passing some sort of written exam about road rules, mechanics, and even about the semi-trucks? He said, when my father got his semi-truck license in Europe, he was required to pass multiple exams, both written and practical, and then had to pass other exams to be able to ferry around certain more special types of trailers, such as tanker trailers, transport liquids, petrol, diesel, etc. When he got the license for the tanker trailers, he had to study how liquids move during different maneuvers, how to drive depending on the road conditions. So he's asking this because he was told that regular licenses are usually considerably easier to obtain in the U.S. and don't require as much preparation as other countries. Well, let me help you with some of that. And first of all, there are some different rules between the U.S. and Canada. So when we talk about North America, it's different. In the States, the U.S., when you go to get a license, if you're getting tanker and all of that, it's all part of your license. You actually take all of that at the same time, and it's right on your license. In Canada here, the truck license is separate, and then as you get work for companies that have that type of equipment, you would get certified on that type of equipment, and you have to show all of that. So there's some differences as far as that goes, as far as the licensing goes. Yes, in answer to your question, can you drive a semi with someone alongside of you if you don't have a license for it? You do have to have a learner's permit license for that. Now, I think at the end here where it says it's not very hard to get going, he's talking about a car license. A truck license is quite involved. You have to take a course here ranging anywhere from basically 100 hours to 1,000 hours, depending on where you live in the course and all of that kind of stuff. So there is a course that you have to take. We call it entry-level training. It's mandatory. And then where you go from there, there's larger courses too, depending on your skill level and your experience. So you want to take that first of all. You've got basically a 3 to 6 week training program, if not longer, depending on what you've got going in there. You will be taking classroom and practical. So you will be in class for a number of days, learning the theory of how things work, and then you will go out and you will actually do road tests and drive and back up and all of that. When it comes to things like tankers, you can be trained to drive a tanker, but you would, depending on the company, they would train you again. Yes, liquids do move a lot different than other freight, so you do need to make sure that you've got that, you know how to handle that, but there is quite a bit of training for that. So it's kind of company specific here in Canada, whereas in the States, and you know, both ways are good, right? Like, it's good to know that you're certified to drive tanker, but if you go to a company that's a van trailer and you don't drive tanker for a number of years, you know further ahead than someone who's brand new. So that's why they kind of do it company specific here. But yes, there is quite a lot involved. It's probably going to cost you at around the $8,000 mark. Don't quote me, because that changes depending on courses and all of that. There is a lot of funding in the industry right now, so if you want to get in now, whether things are transferable from Europe to here would depend on your experience and all of that kind of stuff. So, but to answer the question, yes, you do have to take extra training. You do have to have certain type of training, and you are tested on that training. You are retested on a regular basis. You do have to have medicals, and it does cost some money. So to answer your question, Diamond, there you go. That's the way to do it. So hopefully that answered your question. That's a Turn Back Tuesday, and as you know, we always have Turn Back Tuesdays, and here's another great place to get training for you. All right, there you go. And the best place to find all of that is to follow us. That's right. You can find us on social. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and TikTok. And you know, we got some great stuff coming up here. This is for you new people. These Lead Pedal Q&A, that's for you. But by the way, while we talk about Lead Pedal Q&A, please search out a professional on that and make sure you figure out what they want to do, what you can do, because you know, we're just giving you information that's general in nature. So anything specific, anything to do with immigration, anything like that, you want to make sure that you are looking into a lawyer, accountant, whoever, professional in that area to make sure you're doing things right. All right, thanks for listening to us. Hey, you can find us on all the socials, and make sure you check out our YouTube channel and join our fan club. You're going to really love it. All right, my friends, talk to you later. Be safe out there. Thanks for listening to another Lead Pedal Q&A.
This has been another episode of the Lead Pedal Podcast. For more information or to subscribe to the podcast, visit theleadpedalpodcast.com and be sure to follow the podcast on Facebook and Twitter.